Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your April Tarot forecast. Happy birthday. I feel like there's a lot of energy happening. There's a lot of movement, but I feel like there's also a lot of confusion maybe. And I mean, you are now starting a new cycle. You just had an eclipse in your sign. I hope you watched the eclipse workshop because this was an eclipse in Aries and it was a new moon eclipse. So this is really like a new moon, a new cycle on steroids. So you need to pay attention to whatever is happening in your life right now. Maybe there's new invitations or you're noticing some feelings coming up or something that really needs to be discussed. I don't think that if something looks like it's quote unquote bad or challenging, that means you need to stress or freak out. Like, I don't believe that. I think it's just trying to show you some kind of adjustment needs to be made, and over time, like, you'll find out exactly what you need to do. So don't freak out right now because we still have Mercury retrograde. I believe Venus is still retrograding, and even when they stop and they're moving direct again, like both of those planets, Venus and Mercury, when they're moving direct, we still have a post shadow period. So we're still working with that confusing energy, or maybe there's some emotions or feelings down in the surface that are still coming up for you to recognize and to really understand how you feel about a collaboration, a partner, a project. Now, what's beautiful is I have this Two of Cups here, okay? So this Two of Cups is a really nice energy, but right above it, I've got this Ten of Wands and I've got this Devil card here. So it's like there's a really nice balance with a person or a collaborator or some kind of creator that you want to work with or a person that you want to be with. And that's beautiful. The Two of Cups is really a nice energy, but there's some kind of either addiction or like other energy that is influencing this connection. Maybe it's a fear or an anxiety or paranoia, or it's like that person, they just can't trust you. And you're like, I'm trustworthy. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm not lying. I'm not cheating. I'm not stealing. I'm not doing anything. But that person has their issues. Maybe it's you and your issues that are coming up and influencing that connection. But I don't think you need to just get rid of that person or get rid of that collaboration right now. And I say that because there's there's uncertainty. It's like, I don't know where this is going. I don't have all the information yet. And especially when we're in a Venus retrograde, sometimes we make big decisions, and maybe you're noticing the other person that you're collaborating with or working with or dating or whatever, that they are making big decisions. And you're just like, are you sure you want to say that? Are you sure you want to do that? Because you're not thinking clearly right now. And that's fine. That's just the kind of energy that we're in at the moment. And we're all experiencing that. But sometimes our old shit, it comes up and we just respond and impulsively make decisions, and then later we're like regretting it. We're like, shit, like, why did I do that? Or maybe I jumped the gun or whatever. So I feel like if you can delay making a big decision, then like delay it. Like, take your time, you know? This is not a process to be rushed. We right now are just closing out a major cycle that started, I believe, in 2023. And that cycle really heavily involved you because the eclipses were in Aries for a long time. So this is like the past 2 years or so. So it's like you have been experiencing a lot of eclipse energy in your sign. And we just had, like, a few days ago or last weekend or whenever it was, like, we just had the last eclipse in Aries, which means, and it was a new moon eclipse. So a new moon is a new cycle, a fresh start, and an eclipse is a major chapter closing and a new chapter opening. So who are you going to be in this next chapter? This eclipse was really showing you maybe some of the challenges or issues that still need to be wrapped up and cleared, or some of the challenging conversations that you need to have Does that mean that the world around you is always going to respond how you want? No, but at least if you have that conversation, you'll see what the world around you, what the people around you, what their response is. So you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to have that challenging conversation. I'm just going to like put it out there. And then how you respond, at least it gives me the clarity for me to decide how I want to respond to your response. You know what I mean? So it's like you are really initiating the conversation or initiating the change, and you will see who is ready to keep up or who is falling behind or who can't give you what you need. And if that is, the case, and you're like, okay, you can't give me that, that's fine. Does that mean that you just lost that person or that collaboration or that project, or they can't afford me? Oh my God. Okay. So now I quit that job or whatever. Well, maybe for some of you, we really struggle with attachment and we want to hold on to everything. So when we lose something, it feels like a loss, but in reality, it's not a loss. It's a win because you are winning clarity and a new perspective, understanding fully how that person wants to show up or how that job wants to pay you or how this client is meant for you or not meant for you. And what's beautiful about that is it gives you a lot of free energy because you're not attached to this person or this collaboration anymore. Okay, so if you put yourself out there and their response is like, oh, I'm sorry, I can't afford you. Great. I'm going to go and find another person who can afford me. Or if this partner can't give you what you need, it's like you need to just acknowledge the truth and allow that to be the truth and work with the truth, right? And how you respond to the truth and whatever's happening around you is going to give you a lot more power because you are operating in a space of ownership, and what you are owning is the reality, which means you can work with that reality. When we lie to ourselves, when we pretend that people will change or that this is okay or that, oh, it's fine, I don't really need the money, I'll just accept this lower rate or whatever. It's just like when you are living in that sort of lie, like how can you do anything? You're not empowered. You don't have the power to actually like shape your life properly. So what's beautiful about this energy is like you're going to really notice this 4 of Cups and this 10 of Cups, you're going to really notice how some of these connections, they're done, or this version of that connection is done. And that connection needs an update. It needs an upgrade. It needs to be adjusted in some way. And you can only get that adjustment made properly when you decide to speak your truth and own your needs and describe and explain and clarify your needs to the people around you. If you can put yourself out there and they respond accordingly and match your needs, perfect. Then you move forward. And what just happened is that you are reshaping that experience with this person, allowing them to show up fully for you and support you, and you are supporting them. How? By telling them what you need, giving them the clarity. And maybe right now it's still a little bit unclear what you need, what you want, how you want to move forward. And that's fine because Venus, Mercury, we're still experiencing that retrograde energy. I actually have a Venus and Mercury retrograde workshop. They are both in one, so you can watch both of them. Venus only retrogrades every year and a half. So this is like really a big deal, especially because it's happening at the same time as your eclipse. So really you have some homework. I'm not going to lie, okay? First of all, you should definitely watch the eclipse workshop. You can pay whatever you want for that, but this was a major eclipse. It was an eclipse in Aries, and it was the last eclipse of this major 2-year cycle. So don't be an idiot. Go and watch that workshop. I'm going to tag it below on this post, and you can find it on my website. But what's really important and what I wanted to say is that this Venus retrograde is really showing you how to value yourself and how to speak up and advocate for your needs and what you want to create in business, love, friendships, family, everything. it affects your whole life. So it's really important that you use this energy to speak up. And I feel like a lot of you, especially with this Three of Swords, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, all reversed, like a lot of you, maybe growing up, I also have a Four of Wands here reversed. It's like some of you are going backwards and you are behaving the same way that you did when you were a child. And that was like, okay, I'll just keep the peace. I'll just shut up. I won't tell you what I need. Or I'll just like, okay, I'll just roll with the punches. And it's like, don't do that. Speak up, say what you need, and go get your fucking bag. You know, it's like, get that money, get that relationship that you really want and deserve. This new moon eclipse in Aries is showing you that you have the power to create the life that you want. So go do it. You know what I mean? Okay, you also have an Ace of Cups and an Ace of Coins here. So I want to really emphasize and finish on a high note. Like, this is amazing. This is an opportunity for you to start fresh. Okay, this is an opportunity for you to start fresh. How do you do that? You trust yourself. You invest your time, energy, and money into things and people and habits that actually benefit you and help you expand and see potential and possibility and opportunity. And all of the doors open from that. How do you miss that opportunity? When you shut down and you make yourself smaller and you don't talk about what you need and I'm sorry. Don't do that, bitch. Go and tell them what you need. Okay, now what are you going to do? First of all, you're going to like and you're going to send this to a friend or share it on your Instagram story because these are free and I show up literally every month for you. So support me back. And the second thing is go and watch the Aries eclipse workshop. Okay, I love you. It is very important for you to watch because it's your sign, your eclipse, and it's the last one. So go. Okay, it's on my website. I love you, Aries. Go. Seriously, go now.